So today I'm interviewing Dr. Pavi Sagu from Clear Aligners Harrow. She's been one of my longest standing clients, and together we've done a lot of advertising for things like clear aligners and clear braces. And at the moment we've kind of changed our direction and we're doing a lot of organic social media content marketing. So we're getting lots and lots of videos and pictures out to grow her following, grow her natural audience and monetize that audience. We're taking a little bit of a different approach. We've took a step back from advertising because the competition in the dental space is insane. People are offering to pay you to get Invisalign treatments and silly offers like this and things that aren't sustainable, things that are lying to people, and by consequence we're having a hard time advertising that as well at the moment. So what we've done is we've took a step back. We're getting a nurtured, informed audience that we can then convert through advertising in the future, so retargeting, but also just sort of dealing with their inquiries. So we build a big audience, that audience contacts us, and then we nurture them through a pretty sophisticated sales system. Javi's really hard working, she's really cooperative. I really enjoy working with her, and I'm really excited for this one, so let's get into it. My main question, Pavi, is sort of how have things been between us in terms of from starting from advertising to sort of now doing different social media work? What's sort of your experience been sort of working together and sort of what do you feel like we've achieved?
So definitely a very positive experience. I've worked with loads of marketing agencies before, and I just didn't feel that they were listening to what I wanted. And you're really, you're completely miles apart from them. You know what I really liked about you was that you've got amazing ideas, and they're ideas that always work, which is great. But you also listen to what I need, what I want, and you always, you compromise in both ways. So that's been great, and we've had an amazing journey so far. Even prior to starting socials, we were doing really well with the marketing, and that started to then obviously peter out. But well, with our viral TikTok, which has just gone crazy, it's been so good. So I mean, yeah, I just find you really easy to work with. And you just yeah nothing's too big of an ask for you, and that's what I just really value, and I value your opinions and your input in everything really that you sort of do for me.
Thank you. That's really sweet. And actually, it's a good to touch on that. So we did do a bit of advertising, but it didn't. It worked for a while. It worked for a good while,
Mm.
but sort of the saturation, the competition has sort of forced us to take a step back from that. Now, that's not necessarily something that we'll never do again,
Yeah.
but we've sort of taken we're taking a different angle to it because the sort of the offers that people were giving. Like for example, I remember one day I was doing some research and I sent you one. And it was like free Invisalign. And then when I saw that, I was like, maybe we need to sort of go a different direction. So,
Yeah.
what do you feel about that in terms of the offers, like for other practices? Do you feel like they're sort of being honest with people with the kind of offers that they're saying, like free Invisalign or Invisalign from £5? Because there's obviously a catch to that, isn't there?
I think a lot of it is very misleading. It's just to get, patients in through the door. And then, when they come in, then you start hearing costs start to build up. You've got to pay for this now, you've got to pay for this now. Somehow, somewhere, they always make that up anyway. So and that's what I found with a lot of patients is the ones that were looking for that good deal. It was a case of, we'll go somewhere where it's a bit cheaper, but then when they go, it's not necessarily cheaper. They find out that, it's been advertised and they've got them there. And then the cost is actually, more than they have actually been, they were expecting it to be. So I think those kind of advertisements were really misleading. And I think we were attracting the wrong kind of people with even though our ads were quite realistic in that what we were offering. But I think, yeah, when you see this, as you say, free Invisalign, you just can't compete against that because, I wouldn't want to offer that. And then there's
Exactly.
no way I'm doing free Invisalign for anyone. How do you get around then, you know,
Mhm.
trying to get patients to say, right, okay, now you've got to pay it for this, that, and all the rest. So rather be transparent from the start and attract the right kind of people. And I think that's where I got to when I started working with you after doing marketing. I realized that I just need to try and attract the right kind of people, the people that are actually looking for the treatment. And I think with us doing all this social media now, hopefully I'm building that relationship and I'm building that trust with people. And hopefully that is going to, want people are going to want to come and see me for my services rather than me trying to get them just to come in to see me, if you see what I mean. So I think it's trying to build that bond with people out there, which hopefully, if we carry on this trajectory, we will hopefully, get there.
Yeah.
Um, but it's been really good, and I mean, I feel so much more confident doing Instagram, doing social media, just because I was completely new to it, and that just that confidence level for me to break through that point where I was quite comfortable just recording videos. So feel I'm getting there. I'm getting better. And yeah, as I say, you've given me a lot of encouragement, and a lot of hope as well. So
Good, good. That
yeah,
was,
so
you actually answered the question I was going to ask. I was going to say, because a lot of other maybe dentists or dental practices might want to sort of do the social media, but are on the fence in terms of, oh, I just can't be asked to film it all. I feel a bit uncomfortable to film it all. I don't know the ideas that I should.
yeah,
And you've been quite proactive in sort of making up your own ideas, but in terms of executing and filming it, like obviously at first it's uncomfortable, but you
yeah,
seem to have picked it up really well. Just
yeah,
with the month, I think
yeah.
you drastically changed. And
Yeah, that's what
have-
Marina was saying to me this morning. She goes, when you first started, you were a bit like, and then you're now just like, hi there, I'm Dr. Pavi. And she goes, you can just see it. Your confidence just exudes now. And I said, well, I don't know about that, but I'm a lot better, and I think what I do is now I dedicate an hour and a half every weekend. I just spend some time planning
Mhm.
what I want to record for the following week. That way, at least then I've got everything, I know in my head and I have a script as well. So it just helps me so that the flow is much better and I'm not sort of trying to haphazardly record stuff.
Mhm.
And I've just got a lot better at asking patients if they're happy for me to record treatments and things. So that's really good. So I'm finding it a lot easier to create content. But yeah. So
That's really good. Well, it seems like you're doing very well, and obviously, what's sort of the goal for maybe the rest of this year, like in terms of like for yourself, clear aligners, Harrow. What's the goal? Is it to maximize as many people as possible, or just sort of keep improving your reputation and awareness?
so you obviously carry on working with you. Hopefully we can carry on, on the same sort of, and get much better, get more followers. But I think now I would like for those followers to slowly start turning into sort of customers as well. And I know eventually it will, and it does take time to build excuse me, to build that.
Mhm.
So the plan is for us to keep going and just and then just sort of keep working at getting more positive and getting the right customers to come in for the treatments. So like you said, maybe we will start doing ads again, but for now I think this seems to be pulling in. I've had a couple of people actually that have contacted me from and I mean, given that we started in January, I think that's not bad. But it's just really nice because I'm getting a lot of positive comments from colleagues, from family, from friends that are seeing these things. And I think just that in itself is just, for me, is a big confidence boost. So hopefully we can carry on the same, line and just keep going and hopefully create better content, more content, and we'll learn as we go along, what is more. I mean, I think it's still very early days, but we
Yeah,
probably got an idea of what kind of content we need to keep creating to get those, get more engagement.
yeah. No, that's great. It's really, really good. So that is Dr. Pavi Sagu, everyone. So yeah, she's absolutely smashing it and one of the best people to work with. So yeah, great to
Oh,
have you
thank you.
today,
You're
Pavi.
you're great to work with as well, Adam. You really are.
Lovely, lovely.